welcome back to my channel, Tales of a Knitter. I am Melissa. Thank you for finding my little video and my channel, and hopefully you enjoy my content. So I'm just going to catch you up on some things I've been working on. Anyways, last time I filmed was last Thursday, so it's been a couple of days since I've actually filmed. Today is Tuesday, February 13th, I believe. Yeah, the 13th. It is currently 9:39 in the morning, real early. I'm just kind of taking a slow morning. I've gotten some chores done, but since the lighting is pretty decent outside, figured I should get on and, at least film some update things that I've done. So I'm going to start off with my husband's single malt that I've been working on. So I've made a decent amount of progress on this since last time I showed it. So I have finished the first sleeve. I'm very happy. Just put in some markers here so I know how far to go after the decreases on the sleeve. So I marked them every 10 rows before the cuff. And on the cuff, I just did a real stretchy bind off. So I did kind of I don't know, in the pattern he just mentions like to do a stretchy bind off of your choosing. He doesn't like really tell you any specific one. So I've just done a couple of stretchy bind offs in patterns. So I just did those. I think they were both Andrea Mowry patterns, like on shawls or something. But anyway. So I just did that. Absolutely love it. I am so excited for whenever this blocks, because this yarn really, I don't want to say it grows, but it does grow a bit. But it is so squishy and bouncy, and once you block it, it really helps relax a lot of these stitches, and it's just going to lay so beautifully. So this is the back side. So here's the front. Just looks really nice and clean. Absolutely love the way it is looking. Sorry, it was blowing out there. So I am currently on the second sleeve. I'm about halfway through the decreases. So that's pretty much what I've done on this sweater. So once I'm done with this sleeve, I will pick back up on the body and finish that. And I just have to show my cute little point protectors. They're little squirrels. They're so cute. Oh my god, absolutely love these. Oh, you can find these on Etsy. I don't want to link anyone specifically just because there were a good amount of stores. Are they stores or just like small businesses on there that actually carried these exact ones? So I didn't want to just only link to one person. I don't know if that's fair or not, but anyways, so I got these, and that is what I've done on my single malt by Maxim Sear. I should explain that. The yarn I'm using is Quince & Co. Osprey in the colorway Bark. So, and I am also making the size for the 40-inch for the single malt by Maxim Sear. I will have both the yarn and the pattern linked below. My next item that I've been working on, oh my gosh, now she's doing some gymnastics here. She's getting all tangled up. So I am working on the Camisole No.5 by My Favorite Things Knitwear out of the Knitting for Olive Pure Silk in the colorway Artichoke. So here's the color of the yarn. Very pretty, dusty kind of green color, sagey looking, very pretty. And I have finished the back since last time I showed you, and I've just connected the front and back together, and I'm just knitting away, and I am actually going to show you another pair of point protectors I bought. Same place on Etsy. The lady just had a good deal. But you can find these at a lot of places on there. So I just always suggest to find the one with the best deal. because that's how I shop. I like to find a good deal. But I got these cute little kitten ones that have like a little can of tuna because it reminds me of my cat Luna. She's a tabby colored kitty, and she always likes to go and fetch her cat cans that me and my husband feed them wet food. And if I'm not quick enough about rinsing them out in the sink and putting them into the recycle bin, she will hop into the sink and grab it and lick it clean. So happens every now and then, but I thought this was too perfect. So I got these. Anyways, about this pattern, it is simply just knit 2, purl 2, ribbing camisole. Absolutely love it. This is the back piece. Here's the front. It is a halter style, so there's that. She stretches this way too, to go like that. So I thought it was really pretty. Just working on this mostly on like the weekends, I feel like right now. So I did a lot of this work on Saturday whenever I had some time and just plugged away on it while my husband played some video games. Absolutely love it. It's going to be very airy. I am making the size large in this, and that is going against the pattern a little bit. The pattern says 0 to negative ease for this. I decided to go up just a little bit, just so it's not like skin tight. I don't really like things being super duper tight. And anyways, so that is my tank top, or Camisole No. 5, that I've been working on. And right now it's just body island. I'll be working on the body for quite some time because I don't think I'm going to do a cropped one. All of my tank tops I've made so far have all been cropped, and I don't know if I want another cropped one. I kind of like the idea of being able to tuck them into jeans with like a belt or something, or shorts. Anyway, there's that. Also, my hair is kind of like, all my like stray baby hairs are just like crazy. I have my hair in a French braid right now, and yeah, so I've just been busy. I slept on this last night, so it's a little bit wild, but anyway, just in case you're wondering why I look like Albert Einstein, my last project is my storm sweater I'm going to show the progress on. I went ahead and I did the collar. So last time you saw this last week, or last episode, I mean, I just finished the body and wasn't sure if I wanted to do the sleeves and then the collar or not. I decided to go ahead and do the collar, so when I try it on, to check the sleeve length, I can get a really good representation of how the sweater in whole is going to fall, because of just the wide neck that it did have before the cinching with the ribbing. So the ribbing, when you pick up stitches and work it, it actually helps gather that sweater for structure, and so it kind of pulls it in. And if you're trying your sweater on without your collar done, or at least in my opinion, I have found that the sleeves end up slightly too long sometimes, and I've had to readjust those in the past, and I've just gotten into the habit of that. Same reason why I normally always do the sleeves before finishing the body. I feel like that normally gives me a better representation of how it's going to fit on me, or how long I want the body, or it fits better for me. Give it a go once just to see if it works for you, but I decided to go ahead and do the collar. I actually really liked the construction. Oh, and in case you're wondering if you saw this, I have like a tiny little green light bulb stitch marker right here. That is where I'm going to put in some elastic to just kind of help keep that structure before I block it. But I don't know, I really liked the construction of the collar. It was pretty straightforward. Don't really have much to say about it. It was, I don't know, like, it was okay. I don't know. It was alright. But I am starting on a sleeve. I've gotten one section done, and I'm just starting on the next section where it's like the ribbing type of pattern. So this section over here. Absolutely love this sweater. I'm so excited to finish it. I think it's a beautiful color. Oh, and I also have these ones, my little foxy point protectors. Just too cute. Oh, I love them. So yeah, that is what I have been working on the past couple of days. It's been pretty busy these past couple days, so I really feel like I haven't gotten to knit quite that much. But I'm just gonna, I don't know, relax, have some more coffee, watch some, I don't know, Disney Plus stuff. I like to put on this, like my little fireplace on my TV, just because I think it's kind of cozy. Honestly, I like hearing the crackle. I don't know if y'all can hear the crackle, but I find it's a lot better than just having a black screen, or, I don't really like just showing off like TV shows, for one, in the background. Sometimes they're loud and noisy, they're obnoxious, moving around, multiple, parts going on. So I just put on a little fireplace, so hopefully that's cozy for y'all. But yeah, I'm just going to be plugging away, watching probably Life Below Zero. That's one of my favorite little guilty pleasure shows. Another guilty pleasure show of mine is Trailer Park Boys. Absolutely love that show on Netflix. It is a comedy show, and it is so ridiculous. It's not for the faint of heart, though. Like, if you do not enjoy cursing or scandalous material, then may not be the show for you, but it is just a guilty pleasure of mine. I absolutely adore that show. Let me know what your guilty, pleasure is when it involves like TV or movies. Like, tell me what your guilty TV or movie is. I would like to know that. Yeah, that's pretty much all I've been working on so far. I'm going to watch one of those shows and work on this beauty a little bit more today. I also wanted to show some yarn that came in. So I ended up talking to my best friend Taylor, and I just got this, like, I want to make my best friend of 29 years something. So we've been friends since we were like infants. And she lives down in Texas, and I really want to make her something. She is honestly the sweetest human being alive. I don't know how I would get through life without being able to talk to her, especially in my lowest of low times. And she's just always been there for me no matter what, and I absolutely adore her. It's like, I need to make her something, but she lives in Texas. It's hot as, anyway, I could say many things, but it's not appropriate. So anyways, I'm going to make her something, and I'm going to make her a tank top. The tank top is by PetiteKnit. I want to say it's the June light. Let me pause real fast and I'll tell you. Yes, it is the June top light. I'm trying to load up a photo here to show y'all, just in case you don't know. It is a really beautiful tank top by PetiteKnit, and I really have been eyeing this pattern for a while. I'm actually glad she picked this one. So I just took some screenshots of some patterns that I actually own and a couple that I thought she would be into. So I took a bunch of screenshots, like about 5 or 6, and I sent them to her, and she picked this one. So let me full screen that so you can see it. So this is going to be the tank top I'm going to make her. It is bra strap friendly, so the back side actually still covers the bottom or the back side of your bra strap. So if that's, a must-have on a tank top that, you're thinking about, then I would definitely check this out. I'm going to make that out of Knitting for Olive's pure silk, and I actually took a bunch of screenshots of their blue colors. She said she would like a blue color, so I took pretty much screenshots of all of the blues that they offered that I think she would like, and she picked this one. Isn't that just gorgeous? Oh my god. It's going to be beautiful on her. This is the Poppy Blue color by Knitting for Olive. Isn't that just absolutely gorgeous? Oh my god. Absolutely love this. So I will link the shop that I bought these from. I think it's called La Mercier, I believe. It's here in Washington State. I found it online and pretty reasonable prices. I just needed two. I will be making her the extra small because in the pattern it says, you know, for the sizing and fit, you know, make this and that for whatever size. And for her measurements that she sent me, she is an extra small, so I will be making that for her. I also got two because she wants it cropped, not like mega cropped, but you know, decent amount. So I'm going to make her that here shortly, but I'm going to start that once I finish my husband's sweater or my tank top or one of these. Once I finish one of these projects, I will start that. Oh, and this pattern, just so you know, it is made on a US 1.5 needle. So if you do not want to work on that size of needle, and just for my millimeter guys and gals, that would be a 2.5 millimeters. So if you don't want to knit on that, then there you go. So anyways, there's that for you. I am pretty much done talking about what I've been working on recently. I will see you in the next clip, and yeah, see ya. Hi there everyone, it's another day. It's actually about a week after my last little clip in this video. I don't know, I just didn't feel like filming any extra last week. I was kind of slow at knitting on some things. I just got really busy, so I have made a little bit of progress on my things, and I have one finished item. I have finished my petal drop socks. The pattern is by Handmade by Florence. She is a YouTuber here on YouTube and also a pattern designer. So yeah, got those finished. I just have them on my little sock blockers. I pulled them off the mat not too long ago. But yeah, they're just absolutely gorgeous. I love this pattern so much. Absolutely just in love with it. Oh my god. I have nothing bad to say about this pattern. Very straightforward, you know, easy to follow. You can definitely get into a repetitive mood with these little eyelets that's created. So it's not cabling at all, it's just lace work, so just yarn overs and some decreases in various spots to create this motif. I love the construction of it so much. I love the yarn. I used the Fibre Amble sock yarn in the colorway red skis, I'm assuming. So I knit these 2 at a time on 2 separate needles, size US 1.5. on size 40-inch cords, and I did magic loop for these. And pretty much what I would do is I would cast on, excuse me, and I would knit a certain length. Let's say I would do the cuff on one, I would then go and do the cuff on the other, and then I would, you know, maybe the next day work the pattern for 10 rows, and then on the second one I would then work that pattern for 10 rows and put a little marker. And I would just kind of keep that, you know, staggering 2 at a time knitting, just so, you know, they get done at the same time. I've always been a knit one sock, then knit the other one, And I've only done a 2 at a time sock once before, and that was on a really big circular needle. Like, I want to say it was a size 2 on a 60-inch cord or bigger, and I was knitting the socks on that one cable, and it was so crazy for me. The balls of yarn were tangling up. It was really driving me crazy, but once I found out about this method of 2 at a time, it's like, you know what, that is right up my alley. So I decided to start doing that back in December when I was knitting on my nephew's socks for Christmas. And yeah, so I did that with this one, and I will probably always make my socks that way. I am also a lover of anything cuff to toe. I have only made, I believe, 1 pair of socks for my sister. That was a toe up sock, and I was not a huge fan of that. But this pattern is absolutely lovely. I love it. I still need to get some finished pictures of these on and post them on my Ravelry. But I have a picture of my dad's finished Christmas socks that I can now share with y'all, and I will post that here in the video so you can see them. I absolutely love them. He loves them. He wears them all the time. But yeah, just wanted to show those off since I couldn't last, video or the one before. So it's just whenever I finally got a picture, I figured I'd show y'all how those looked. And I do have that picture on my Ravelry as well. Next item I've been working on is my Camisole No.5 by My Favorite Things Knitwear. I'm knitting this in the Knitting for Olive Dusty Artichoke Pure Silk Base. And last time I showed y'all this, I had just connected under the arm. I've probably only had maybe 3 or 4 rows done, so I've made a little bit of progress on it. So I actually marked this yesterday, so haven't really knit a ton on it, but I marked this yesterday, so I only had like a little bit of room where I had knit previously. And yesterday was just the day I had time to work on it, so I made a little dent in it. And my modification I'm going to do, I just did a try on this morning, and I knew that this was going to happen. The bust fits just nicely, but now it's this waist area for me that it's just a little bit too big for a tank top, and I don't want things to be flying out when they shouldn't, especially if I am not wearing a bra underneath this. So I figured if I just zhuzh it in, like if I just decrease it and cinch it in just a smidge, it will help with that. So I'm going to do some waist shaping. This isn't in the pattern. I'm just going to do it. It's pretty straightforward. So yeah, I'm going to do that, and I'll show y'all what it looks like here probably in the next video or so. So I just got one done, and I'm just now about to get to the other side. So not much to write home about. I do like the fit of this. I think it's very flattering whenever I put it on, and I do know there's some sort of armhole shaping, or not shaping, but like lining or edging that is going to be taking place, so this should cinch up just a little bit too, I would assume, just by looking at the pattern and what it was describing to do. So I'm happy about that, and it's very comfortable, airy, and the cool thing about pure silk, I don't know if I've mentioned this yet or not, but I was on Instagram and I saw a post that they put out about how their pure silk is made. So typically with silk items, the way that you process silk is the silkworms will make the silk cocoon that they live in, and prior to them escaping their cocoon and flying off and the whole circle of life deal, typically what people do is they will boil those pods, killing the silkworms in the process, and then you harvest really long strands of silk. But the way that their company does it is a less harmful way, so the worm does not die. It is just a little bit more time consuming for how they process it. So same deal, silkworm makes the silk cocoon, lives out its days, and then it breaks, you know, apart all the silk, you know, cocoon outing, and they then escape and they fly away to restart their cycle of life. So what's left is little broken bits of silk, and they just take all those little bits and put them together, and that's how it's processed. So it's not harmful for them at all. So in case you were wondering about that, I saw it and I thought it was fascinating because I've always wondered, and I thought it was really sweet because I love knowing that they weren't harmed and we can still have something beautiful to knit with. So yeah, no harm done to insects or animalia at all, so it's really nice to know. And yeah, so that is as far as I've made it. I am on my second skein, so we'll see how that goes this week. Next item, on my storm sweater, I made a little bit of progress. I don't know if y'all are going to notice a huge difference, but I have gotten another chart done on the sleeve. So I was back down here when I last showed it. I got through the ribbing, the broken rib motif here, and I just started up, ooh, it's all twisted, my cable. And I just got to the motif where it shows like little diamonds, so the diamond section looks like this. So I just got to there on the sleeve, and yeah, that's about it. I really haven't had a chance to work on this over the weekend. I did one motif last week, and then I played around with this section, this itty bitty little diamond section I have so far. I did that maybe the afternoon with Brad on Friday, and that was pretty much it that I worked on this week. So I only got from there to about here because I started working on Brad's single malt a little bit more. I was putting a lot more time into this and the socks. I really wanted to finish the socks, so that took up a good couple of days, like getting that worked on and this worked on. So I have finished both sleeves now. So both of his sleeves are done, and I'm so excited about that. Oh my gosh, and I also had him try it on. So I took my barber cords, which I have right here. I have like the yellow ones. So just in case you haven't seen these, I'm pretty sure most people have seen these little gadgets, but you know, just in case, you know, I'll show you just what they look like. I'm not gonna put it on or anything fancy like that, but it's these little tubings. It has like this cool little hole deal that you just put onto your needle. Sorry, my cat is being bad. So if you want to try something on, you can just pop it on your needle. And I tend to like really push it down on there, and you can then slide the stitches onto that barber cord. And that makes it a little easier when you're trying things on. It's not gonna, you know, drop stitches or anything like that. It's a very cool tool to have. Oh, hi Lily. You want to show your face to everybody? Show everybody how cute you are. Hi, honey. Oh, she doesn't want the love. She just wants to attack the yarn right now. She's obsessed with these little things at the moment. See? Oh. Anyways, she's a sweetie, but she's gonna make a mess, so I'll put her down. Anyways, and then you can just pull it back and pop it off. What I think these ones are really cool for are for holding your sleeve stitches. Oh. So whenever you are to the point in your sweater for separating sleeves and the body, it is really nice to use these to hold your sleeve stitches, and then you can literally, like all I do is I hold them together once I have the stitches on here, and I just tie a little knot in the end like that, and I leave them there. So that works for me whenever I'm holding sleeve stitches. And it also works well for a provisional cast on, so I've done that a couple of times now, and I really enjoy using this for that, because then whenever you go back to pick up those held stitches when you cast on with that, you can just slip them right back onto your needle. It's pretty lovely. And yeah, that's pretty much all I've been working on. This will be another short video. I'm hoping to get one more clip in before I actually start editing and post this. So hopefully I can get a little bit more done. But yeah, I will be not spinning up, but I will be balling up another skein for this sweater here soon. So here's the end, so I'll be balling one of those up and starting on the body either this afternoon or tomorrow. I may work on this, but I've actually been having a lot of fun working on my tank top and the storm sweater, but I do want to get this done. And you know, honestly, it is a heavy Aran weight, maybe a light worsted, or no, maybe a worsted or an Aran. It's somewhere in there. Aran to worsted, this yarn is, and it's absolutely lovely. Oh, and I almost forgot. This yarn is the, oh god, now I'm spacing. Quince & Co. It is the base Osprey in the colorway Bark. So it's this beautiful brown gray color. Absolutely love it. And the texture is just absolutely gorgeous in this pattern. The pattern is the single malt by Maxim Sear. Yeah, absolutely love it. The yarn is 100% American wool. I used it in my Rhoda jumper that I made, and I love this yarn. It is so soft, so squishy. And when I had Brad try this on, it fit him like a glove. Not like constricting like a sausage casing, but it fit him so well. He really liked it, I could tell. So I know with soaking and blocking, it will relax these stitches a little bit, so it may grow hopefully just a little bit. But yeah, he loves it. I love it. Like, it is so comfortable. I absolutely love this yarn. It is one of my all-time favorites. I really do like their American wool. And then the storm sweater, I'll hop back. So this is made out of the Holstgarn Coast base in the colorway Lime. And I have the KnitPicks Aloft silk merino, but silk mohair, and just their weight, or words, Melissa, please help. Oh god. This is the KnitPicks Aloft in the colorway White. It is a silk mohair and absolutely gorgeous. I love using their mohair. I actually used their oat color, or their natural color, in this slipover. It's the terrazzo slipover by PetiteKnit. I wear this thing all the time. This is my most worn knit, and I made a green one out of the KnitPicks upcycled alpaca like I did this, but in a green colorway, and I don't wear it quite as much, but I love this so much. I love this pattern so much. But this is that terrazzo slipover. I just omitted the turtleneck. I made it a crew neck, and I put in elastic here to help cinch it in just a teeny bit, just so it's not like hanging down too much. And I made it very oversized. So I knit, I believe, the size large, but I kept a very loose gauge when I was making this. And I made it out of the upcycle alpaca that they have and their Aloft mohair. So I love KnitPicks things. They make really nice items, and it's a pretty good price. So yeah, give it a look-see. This stuff is actually pretty soft. Like, I don't find it prickly at all, which I find sometimes with mohairs. I don't want to say like cheap ones tend to be prickly. I think it's more about the percentage of silk to mohair and what type of like, I don't know, how the process of how they combine both of those fibers into their skein, because sometimes there's ones that just are really prickly to me, but theirs works really nice for me. And Knitting for Olive's mohair, I really like those two silk mohairs. They work really well for me. So anytime I knit something with a mohair, it tends to be either the Knitting for Olive soft silk mohair, or it is KnitPicks silk mohair. But yeah, that is pretty much it. That's all I have for today. See y'all. Hi everyone, this will be the last update clip in this video. Wanted to share with y'all that I finished my Storm sweater, and I blocked it and it fits absolutely perfectly. Absolutely love it. I did make some notes on my Ravelry page. I didn't do the full chart that the pattern said to do for the decreases and stuff, so I do have the notes on my Ravelry for you if you are curious. I know that I took out at least one chart repeat, and then I also didn't decrease quite as much as she suggests in the pattern. So that was pretty much the only, modifications that I've had. Absolutely love it. It is so airy and light. I love the way the color turned out. I have it just on, paired on top of a dress that I'm wearing right now with some leggings. But yeah, that's just how I tend to wear these. I've been wearing this tucked into pants too, which kind of gives this effect. You could also put a belt on with your dresses and kind of tuck it underneath the belt to give more of a waist definition, but for me it's just a cozy day at home, so I'm just finishing up a couple of little projects, and I am doing house chores, so I didn't really feel like getting that fancy, so it's just kind of keeping me warm while I'm doing those things. Oh, and my Storm sweater is made out of the Holstgarn Coast in the colorway Lime, and it is held together with some silk mohair by KnitPicks called Aloft in the colorway White, and the two of them together made like this kind of yellowy green, like just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And I still have like half a cone of the Coast Green yarn. So yeah, I mentioned that I finished my husband's sweater, his single malt. It is now blocked and just absolutely gorgeous. Just want to show it off one more time before the end of the video, and absolutely love it. It is made out of Quince & Co.'s Osprey in the colorway Bark. It fits him wonderfully. He absolutely loves it. He's been wearing it a lot. The girls absolutely love laying on this. There's like cat hair all over. But he absolutely loves that. So I finished 2 sweaters. And I started making the Camisole No.5 by My Favorite Things Knitwear, which I have in here. I don't think I've made too much more progress since the last clip. I have done a couple of decreases just to kind of cinch in the waist a tiny bit, because I do want it oversized, but I don't want it to be a complete potato sack. So I've only done like a little bit since the last time I showed, which is right here, so not much to write home about. I am knitting this out of the Knitting for Olive Pure Silk in the colorway Dusty Artichoke. Absolutely love it. So working on that very kind of sporadically, I guess. And then I am working on the June Top Light by PetiteKnit for my best friend Taylor. And I am knitting it out of this beautiful Knitting for Olive Pure Silk in the colorway Poppy Blue. Yeah, Poppy Blue. Absolutely gorgeous. Obsessed with this color. And I am making the extra small because my best friend is a just really tall, slim lady, and she gave me her measurements and that's what it came out to be. So it's kind of nice because I didn't realize this tank top was knit on 1.5 US needles. So it's going really quick. It looks like a big spaghetti craziness factory right now. It's a little bit tangled. It's been in my project bag, but it doesn't look like much. But this is the front of the tank top, and I am working on one of the back pieces right now to be able to attach. So it doesn't look like too much. It really looks like just chaos. But yeah, it's a lot of fun to work on, and I absolutely love it, which I do have this on Ravelry too. And it is so cool because PetiteKnit gives you two like variations because it is a bottom-up tank top, but she does give information on how to do a provisional cast-on to be able to knit the top portion, and then you can go back and pick up your stitches and knit from the armpit down to the waist, so you can really adjust the length. So anyways, I thought that was kind of fun. It looks insane right now. So next video, hopefully it looks more like a tank top and looks a little nicer to show all of you. I've also figured, since I finished this sweater and my husband's sweater, I really want to cast on a couple of sweaters. I want to make my yellow cardigan, but I feel guilty starting that when I already have so many WIPS. So I may hold that until maybe, like, I don't know, later summer or something like that. Anyway, so the guilt kicked in and I was like, well, I should finish up some of my WIPS that, you know, I have ongoing. So I picked up my Shifty that I started a little while back, and I've been plugging away on this for quite some time, and I just absolutely love it. So I pretty much just picked this up and started working on it the moment I got this off the needles, and I just absolutely love it. This is out of Knitting for Olive, the cotton merino, and the main color I'm using is the Piglet colorway. So it's like this beautiful, I'm so sorry, my eyelash and everything is in my eye. Woo. It's a beautiful beigey kind of pinky color. I thought it would be glorious. And then my color for all the color changing that I am using is this beautiful skein. So it's by Queensland, and it's the Brighton Beach. Sorry, this is a tongue twister. It's a cotton and linen blend because the Shifty does call for woolly yarn, but I wanted to make a summery version. So this one is pretty airy. Like, it's a little gappy, which I don't mind. I want it for summer. I'm also making it a shorter sleeve. Absolutely love this. It is so beautiful, and the color change that's going on is just glorious. I'm starting to get some pops of red and some blues in here, so I'm pretty happy about it. I think it's going to look absolutely beautiful whenever I get it done. I'm getting pretty close to the sleeve and body separation, but anyway, so I've been working on this, you know, more so since I finished this one. And I just have it in my bag that my husband bought me for Christmas. Absolutely adore him. He is so sweet. So I'm just working on that. And the last thing, oh, actually, so for my birthday, it was a couple of days ago, February 27th, my husband bought me a couple of really beautiful books for my birthday. So he found this one for me. It is so beautiful. I am so excited to get into this and just look at how beautiful. I cannot wait to I haven't even had time. I've been so busy with other things. I haven't even gotten to really read through this whole book yet. but it's absolutely gorgeous. I just love some of the patterns that are in here. It's just absolutely beautiful. Like, here's this one. It smells so good too. I love a good book. Very beautiful. It's the Embroidery on Knits by Judith Gumlich. It's by Lane Publishing. Sorry if I did not pronounce that name correctly. And then the other book he got me was the 52 Weeks of Socks book, the first volume. I've been wanting this for like 3 or 4 years now, and it was just a really hard, or not it was, but it's been really hard for him to find this book in stock, and he really likes to go and buy things in person when he can and support our local yarn store. But over in Bismarck, we didn't have a local yarn shop, so he's, hasn't been able to get me them. But I absolutely love these. Oh my gosh, just look at how beautiful those are. Oh my god, I'm so excited. I love making socks, so I'm looking forward to making some stuff out of these two beautiful things. It'll look really nice on the bookshelf. And then lastly, so I pulled out my sewing machine and decided to make a quilted project bag. So this is a massive bag, like just massive. There's the bottom of it. It's not perfect by any means. Like, I definitely can tell where I've messed up in many places, but for the most part, I think I did pretty good. So I did these cool fabric covered rope strands to have for my drawstrings. I want to get something to make like a little tassel on each end, so that's why these ones are exposed seams still. I want something to kind of finish those up. And anyway, so opens up, inside's quilted. I also made some pockets on the inside. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. It's such a massive bag. I'm just going to roll it down. But I absolutely love how this turned out. It was a labor of love. There we go. Now you can see I put in these little pockets every so often all the way around the entire bag. I just went ahead on my seams and I just used my serger or overlocker machine to get all of those seams finished off. I was going to put bias tape that matched this fabric, but I just got to a point today I was just done, absolutely done. So anyways, I made a really big bag. I wanted to have a nice bag for a big sweater or for my Yale cardigan, coming up, but I just absolutely loved it. And check out that fabric. Isn't that just beautiful? I absolutely loved these wildflowers, and I thought the cornflower blue solid would look really nice with that. I did get some other fabrics. I don't think I'll show that in this video. It would take some time. It's all the way in my knitting room or project room, craft room, and it's just going to be too much for this episode, so I will show that next time. Other than that, I hope you all have a wonderful weekend coming up, and yeah, thank you so much for sticking around this long in the video. I hope that you were crafting, knitting, sewing, crocheting, whatever your craft may be. I hope you were enjoying doing that while you hung out with me. Please like and subscribe to this video and to my channel, and I will see you next time. Bye!